Hi, Mariah. Thank you so much for taking time out of your day to meet with me today. I'm really excited to start our first session. There's a few things I wanted to go over before we get started. I just want to let you know about your rights with confidentiality. Just to let you know that everything that you say in this room, it'll only stay between us unless I find out that you're hurting yourself or others are hurting you or you want to harm someone, or you give us permission to share this information with someone else. Kind of going along again with this confidentiality, something I just want to let you be aware of is if I ever run out to you in public, or ever see each other out in public, I'm not going to go out of my way to say hi to you or acknowledge you. Just know that I'm not trying to ignore you, but I'm just trying to respect your privacy. But if you want to come up and say hi to me, you're more than welcome to. But just know that I won't go out of my way to say hi to you. Does that make sense?
Yes, it does.
Do you have any questions about that at all?
Um, no.
Okay, awesome. So this first session, it can be kind of long sometimes and it can maybe seem a little disorganized, but it's really me just asking you a lot of different questions, just so I can get a good background information on you. And the more information I have, the better adapt I am at being able to help you out. Um, so I'm just gonna basically start from the top list of my questions, and we're just gonna go through it. And if any time I ask a question that you're not too sure about or makes you feel a little too uncomfortable, just let me know.
Sounds good.
Okay, can I get your full name?
Mariah Danielle Smith.
Right, Diane Smith. That's a very beautiful name. Is it a family name by any chance?
No, I think I'm just named after my dad.
Oh, okay. That's really, really cool. What is your date of birth?
10/15/1995.
Okay, awesome. Um, and then what made you come out to see our services, or who were you referred by to come and see our agency?
My friend, they kind of referred me and wanted me to come here.
Okay, that's awesome. Um, and then going along with that, what are some of the primary reasons or problems that you feel like you're running into that made you seek out counseling?
Um, Kind of like been dealing with a lot of anger.
Okay.
When I get mad, I just sometimes punch the wall or um, punch others. I really don't care if I'm upset. It's just I will try to do anything to like release anger. Um, so that's kind of why I'm here too.
Okay, so you feel like you're kind of having like a lot of like dealing with a lot of anger in your life and you're not finding very healthy ways to be able to cope or get that release of that emotion.
Yeah, something like that. It's kind of hard because I feel like I've been dealing with my anger for quite some time, probably over a year now, and I never came or like been told to face these issues if it wasn't for my friend referring me to you.
Okay. Okay, well, I'm glad you're definitely like reaching out and you're recognizing that this is something that you might need help dealing with in your life. You said that this started about like a year ago. Was there anything that happened before in your life that you felt like might have led to you feeling this way?
Um, yeah, I think I lost my job and then I got kicked out of school and a lot of things just kind of led up to me being angry and not understanding why all these life changes were happening. So it kind of put me in like a depressive type of mood where I was just upset about everything and didn't know what to do.
Okay. Yeah, I think that would make anyone feel frustrated or angry, that sounds like some really big major life changes and really hard things to go through. You said when you're feeling angry that you feel like you need to like punch something like a wall or like a person sometimes. Are there any other symptoms of this that you feel like you've experienced like in the present or in the past at all?
Um, no, just kind of like fighting, like starting fights, arguments because I'm angry. So I just kind of play victim, I guess, when things don't go my way, and I just get mad and try to fight and hit and try to, like, I don't know, kind of cause pain to myself by punching the walls and feeling okay after I do it.
Okay. So you usually feel like after you like have like a fight or like when you punch something, you said you feel better after doing that, like you get that release?
Yeah.
Okay. Is there anything that usually you feel like provokes you to feel more angry?
Um, Kind of when things don't go my way or if somebody yells at me or gets smart, I feel like it triggers me. I don't like
Okay.
to be yelled at or told what to do. So
Okay. So just kind of like when other people, they just kind of like trigger you, like they push your buttons a little bit.
yeah, I try to
Um,
have some type of authority over me.
okay. Okay. And then about how long do you feel like these like episodes last, like of feeling angry?
Um, like during the day, probably at least between 15 to 30 minutes. Just depending on how it's triggered. If it doesn't get resolved, as in me like releasing my anger and like punching something. But it, again, it's been a year of feeling like this, but normally during the days it lasts about 15 to 30 minutes.
Okay, so each episode lasts about 15 and 30 minutes. Do you experience multiple episodes in a day?
Um, Kind of, yeah, maybe twice.
Like about twice a day?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh man, I'm sorry. That must be really hard because you said, again, you've been experiencing this for about over a year and you experience like roughly two episodes a day. I can imagine that must be hard to deal with that strong emotion like daily.
Yeah, I keep everything in. So that's probably why I'm so angry too.
Okay. Okay. Um, do you have any current or do you have a history of suicidal tendencies?
No,
Okay. What about homicidality?
no,
Okay. And then have you ever felt like you've ever got into like a psychosis state when you're in one of these like episodes of anger?
not that I know. I don't think so.
Okay, sounds good. We'll keep moving on through our questions then. Have you ever seen a psychiatrist or a therapist before?
No, you're my first person that I
Okay.
ever seen.
Okay. So this is definitely a new experience for you then. Okay. Um, have you ever been administered any psychiatric medications?
No, I haven't been to the doctors regarding the anger that I've had.
Okay.
Um,
Have you ever been in a psychiatric inpatient? Okay.
no,
And then I know we like briefly went over this, but this is another question just a little bit more in depth with suicide. Have you ever had like intrusive thoughts about suicide or any desire or a plan to commit suicide?
no,
Okay.
not really.
And then do you know if there is a family history of behavior with any like mood, anxiety, trauma, substance misuse, or like any other mental health disorders that you might be aware of?
Substance misuse, but that's it.
Misuse, is that with any of your siblings or parents?
I would say my parents and grandparents.
Okay, so your parents and grandparents have a history of substance misuse.
Yeah.
Okay. And then do you currently use drugs or alcohol?
Um, yeah,
Okay. What kind of drugs do you use or
Um, I only use marijuana
okay. And then about like how often do you use marijuana?
probably like 5 times a day.
5 times a day? Okay. Is that a pretty like every single day is about like roughly 5 times a day?
Yeah,
Okay.
something like that.
Are there any other drugs that you use besides marijuana?
No,
Okay. And how long have you been using marijuana for?
almost a year.
Almost a
I
year
got-
now. Okay, so about the same, would you say it's about the same time that your anger episode started?
Yeah,
Okay. Do you feel like you might use marijuana as a way to cope with that?
I'm not sure. I would assume since I've been doing it for the same amount of time.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. That's definitely something we can look into and explore again with, again, like different coping things that I feel like a lot of people just kind of fall into.
Mm.
Um, what about alcohol?
No,
Okay, you don't really drink alcohol and okay. Oh, and one more question. Sorry, I almost missed over this one. Do you have any legal history related to substance misuse?
no,
Okay, and then have you ever received treatment for substance misuse?
no.
Okay. Okay, so this part we're going to go into a little bit more of a social history. Who did you grow with or like who did you live with when you were growing up?
Um, my mom and myself.
Okay, do you have any siblings at all?
No,
No, okay, so an only child. You said with your mom and yourself, was your dad ever in the picture when you were growing up?
not really.
Oh, okay. Were your parents ever married or was he ever there when you were younger?
No,
Okay. Are you married at all?
no,
Okay. Have you ever been married in the past?
no.
Okay.
Not on my agenda right now.
Um, do you have any children?
No.
Okay. Um, And then what about your education? Did you finish high school? Are you in college?
I finished high school and I got kicked out of college.
You got kicked out of college. Okay. What happened when you got kicked out of college, or what were the events that kind of led up to that?
Um, I was fighting. My grades start dropping and I I was failing a lot. I don't know what happened, how I start failing. I guess probably stressed. And then they kicked me out. I kind of was on academic probation because of I was a cheerleader, but after so many failing attempts of trying to pass a class, I just got kicked out and that kind of made me angry. And then I kind of probably got into a depressive state and my work wasn't the same anymore. Lost my job, so yeah, that's why I
Okay.
didn't finish school.
Okay. No, that's definitely really, really hard. Have you had a desire at all to go back to finish your degree or education, or is that something you just want to take a break from right now?
Uh, I would say probably take a break because of my anger issues that I believe I have. I need to learn how to deal with that before I go out and try to get authority, have people tell me what to do and not get upset.
Mhm. Yeah, that definitely makes sense. I think it's definitely really healthy to be able to take care of yourself for a little bit and take care of your own needs before you go and do other things that can kind of maybe add to like different stressors. You said you lost your job during that time too. Have you been employed since then?
No, I just stay at home with my mom.
Okay. Um, have there been any family-based stressors in your life recently?
No.
Okay. And then is there a history of military service in your family or with you?
Um, my uncle was in the military, and I thought about doing the military. I was in ROTC, but I dropped out. Um, yeah, I just dropped out. I didn't want to do it no more.
Mhm. Okay. Um, what made you not want to do it anymore?
Being told what to do kind of was
Okay.
it wasn't in my plans.
Okay. So it kind of seems that there's like this pattern in your life a little bit too, just you kind of seem like you just struggle with people telling you to do or like authority figures kind of telling you what to do. Does that seem pretty accurate?
Yeah,
Okay. Um, do you have a history of verbal, sexual, or physical abuse at all?
no.
Okay. And then I wanted to ask you a little bit about your support system, or if you don't have a support system, if you have anyone that you feel like is able to help you through what you've been going through, if you feel like there's not really been anyone there, just kind of the situation that you're in right now.
Yeah, I have my friends who referred me to you. They kind of been there, but they don't know what would happen, like what made me like this. They just know I just be angry and I always want to fight and like punch things. That's all. And they're kind of concerned.
Okay, how long have you been friends with these friends for?
Uh, since college, so probably about 3 years.
About 3 years. Okay. So you know them for like a little while then.
Yeah, well, kind of high school. Like we went high school together, and then kind of started college, and then I got kicked out, and we still were like friends, remain friends, but yeah.
Okay. Um, are there any other coping mechanisms that you use for again like coping with your bouts of anger?
Probably just smoking and punching the walls and trying to fight people.
Okay. Yeah, so just kind of like more physical means it sounds like for releasing that.
Yeah,
Okay. Okay, that's good to know. Do you have a history of legal problems at all?
no,
Okay. Okay, that's good. Um, do you have any current or past medical conditions or issues that you're facing right now?
no,
Okay. Do you have any current or psychiatric medications that you're taking right now?
no. I don't.
Okay. Do you have a history of hospitalizations?
Um, I've only been hospitalized once, and it was because I was fighting and I fractured my wrist, but also because I was under the influence of marijuana and they kept me overnight to see what was going on.
Okay. Okay. So that's really good to know. I'm sorry, I broke my wrist too when I was younger, and that's not a fun injury. That kind of hurts.
Kind of-
Do you have any history of a head injury?
No, not that I know of. I don't.
Okay. Any allergies at all?
Um, I'm allergic to bumblebees, um, lidocaine, and that's all.
Okay. Okay, that's really good to know. Well, we are just about finished. I just want to go over just a little something with you. Sounds like you've just been have like you've had some major changes and adjustments that you've had to make in your life, and sounds like that's kind of made you feel super, super stressed and kind of angry with everything. And it can be hard again to cope healthily with this like strong emotion in your life. Um, a kind of treatment that I would probably recommend is cognitive behavioral therapy, which really just focuses on patterns with your thoughts, your behaviors, your actions. And so I think we're going to work a little bit with that in treating you and just finding better and more healthy coping strategies for you to use to be able to again get that like healthy release from your anger, but also able to feel a lot more healthily. Um, does that sound good to you? Is that something you'd be interested in?
Yeah, it's something I'm willing to learn.
Okay, awesome. I'm definitely looking forward to working with you on does the same time next week work for us to meet again to continue our sessions?
Yeah, this should work.
Okay, awesome. Well, it was very nice to meet you, Mariah, and I'm excited to again continue to work with you. Just call the office or email me if you have any concerns or questions.
Okay, sounds good. Thank you.
Mhm.